This is more than just a tent. Let me tell you why. The GFC Platform Camper is a comfortable, weatherproof, instant access tree fort that'll help you get out on more adventures. You know, truck beds aren't great at being human beds. That's why we put one up top. Up here you'll find a queen-size bed, complete with side doors, front ventilation windows, and a 2-inch foam mattress. It even has a 3-piece modular floor. The modular floor allows access from the truck bed to the human bed, which you can use to climb in and out. Stowing all the panels up front gives me a ton of room back here so I can stand up and change. Or running this panel sideways works great for a standing desk. And when you put the cushion down, we call it bunk mode, so somebody can be laying down while the other one's standing up. And we even make a ladder so you can climb downstairs through the side door. So now that we're out of the tree fort, let's talk about the cabana. Popping open these lockable side panels gives you great shelter from the rain and from the sun. Just like a cabana. You know what else cabanas have? Easy access to cold beer. So while we're out here, let's talk about the track system that mounts on the entire perimeter of the tent portion of the camper. You can mount lights up front, awnings along the side, or even stuff like this sweet axe. So even if I told you this was the lightest, strongest, most affordable, and most versatile truck camper in existence, you'd probably still have a bunch of questions. So let me see if I can go ahead and answer those for you. So why is it so strong? Really, the backbone of our camper here is this triangulated space frame. So the space frame is this entire tubular structure inside of kind of this panel. And when you're off-roading or even carrying just like a heavy load on the roof and going over bumps and stuff, these big diagonal braces provide triangulation that helps distribute that load from one like stress riser point down across the entire tubular structure. All these joints in the corners too have billet machined internals that are machined on our robots back at the shop, and they're able to kind of distribute that load around this entire cope, as opposed to point loading one point or the other, or having welds that are going to fatigue crack when you're off-roading. So while we're hanging out back here, I'm going to show you a couple of my favorite parts. Starting up top, this little cover, which most people will never open up, is hiding pretty much like a Swiss watch mechanism. So you can see this hinge right here, which is actually the embassy hinge, that's what we call it. It's actually the style of hinge. It's a fully mortised geared hinge that is the only hinge that's allowed on embassies for bomb-proof doors. So it's just really tenacious. It can actually take explosions in an embassy application, not necessarily here. And it'll still work even when sections of it are damaged. So the idea here was making something that was incredibly robust, that would last longer than like the life of your vehicle that this camper's mounted on. And it's just really a beautiful little mechanism. Got a little double dovetailed piece in here that holds this back hinge in place, or this back cover plate. Pop it on, and it's a beautiful press fit. Fastener goes in that hole. Down here, a little lower, we've got this slide lock. And what that actually enables you to do, it's got a detent that holds it in place. You're able to lock and unlock the back door from inside the camper. So if you're hanging out downstairs, you want to close this up, like let's say you're stealth camping somewhere, you can still close this door, pop this latch up in place, and lock it closed. So let's talk about a billet piece off the camper so I can kind of show you the quality up close. This is one of the parts that comes off of our freaking robots that are machining these over in Montana. So if you look real close to the details, just beautiful chamfers, really great weight in the hand. I mean, just wait until you like actually hold this thing in your hand. It's a really nice piece of kit. And this is actually the lower pop top assembly piece right there. So I'm actually going to open the tent up and show you another strong part of our camper, which is actually the roof. So both the roof and the floor up here are made of a thermoplastic honeycomb panel, and that material is incredibly tenacious and tough. It'll hold up to rain, sleet, hail, anything you're going to experience with your truck or Mother Nature's going to throw at it. And one of the best parts about this roof panel that's actually not related to strength is that it does allow a good amount of light through. It's a translucent panel. It doesn't allow so much that's going to wake you up from your sleep, but it allows enough that you don't feel like you're hanging out in a cave when you're hanging out upstairs, especially like in the rain or something. And just to kind of give you like a little bit more of a detail of what that looks like, just because it's all bright outside, I can show you with this flashlight. So what makes this thing so light? I just talked to you about billet, aluminum, and robots. And what that really backs up is just a huge engineering team and all of the structural design that goes into making these things. And size for this F-150, this entire camper from the bed rails up weighs 275 pounds. So why does that matter? Because weight matters. The lighter the camper is, the more gear you can carry with you on your adventures, the better truck is going to perform off-road, and you're going to get better fuel economy on the highway and off-road. So lastly, let's talk about versatility. I'm going to pop this truck bed open. Having a truck is awesome, and we designed this camper specifically to be able to keep doing truck stuff. So you can fill the bed up full of mulch, whatever. We designed it to be pressure washed on the inside. You can even pressure wash the tent fabric out in order to get this guy clean, so you can do Home Depot runs and still do truck stuff with your truck. When the tent's closed, you can even add 500 pounds up onto the roof rack, so you can haul lumber, surfboards, bike racks, whatever. And the tent will even open with up to 75 pounds on the roof. And lastly, the way this thing mounts to the bed is super non-invasive. So we've got 4 burly mounting clamps around the entire perimeter. So if you do want to take this thing off, it's pretty easy. It's 4 bolts, but this thing is designed to stay in your truck all the time because it'll make your truck even better at doing truck stuff. So when you buy a GFC, you're buying more than just the best camper on the market. You're investing in the future of domestic manufacturing. And that's innovation, that's providing the best value for customers, and that's creating great jobs here in Montana.